My name is Or. I'm a crypto artist from Tel Aviv. I'm based in Los Angeles. I do stand-up comedy shows and I do rock shows. And we're going to premiere the first rock record on the metaverses, a few metaverses, and we're doing funny NFTs. And that's it. And I love this. I feel that I was born to a family that half of them were coders and half of them are artists. And I always felt like I had to choose.
Oh, that's a wonderful combination.
I know. So now finally the technology and art comes together and it really comes to serve us, the artists. So we're no longer kind of like, just oiling a machine that in the end of the day profits only a very small group of individuals. Now the power comes back to the artist, and this is what also decentralizing is all about, the NFT is all about.
Yeah, so decentralizing the art industry would, in my mind, suggest that we're removing these galleries. The galleries were the middlemen between the consumer and the creator in the past. And yet, I've walked around here and I've heard a few people talking about NFT galleries.
Yes.
So are they a new type of middlemen?
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about it like that. I guess because there will be like the guy that decides what art. But the beautiful thing about NFTs is like you don't have to be in a gallery to do well or to get paid for your work or to become, well known. Like, yeah, it's one avenue, but the other avenue is totally open and free to you. It's not just the gatekeeper or, take the road. You have the choice.
Yeah. So
So not that I'm defending them. Like I'm not at all like. But yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what the best thing about being an NFT artist is. You were an artist prior to NFTs existing.
Yes.
So you've seen this, the introduction of this technology into your industry, right? Your realm. What is it? What advantages has it added for you as an artist?
First of all, think about it. As a comedian, for example, the stand-up comic, you are able to mint your joke. So if joke theft used to be an issue for some comedians, now you actually have an NFT and it's your joke and that's just like one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is that the gatekeeping aspect of, you don't have to wait for anybody, get anybody's approval anymore to get paid for your craft, even in the music industry. So record labels, you're not dependent on them anymore to give you money. You can actually sponsor your own project through selling NFT art, that previews the project or gives somebody a taste. And if you have your own community of people that love you and that are your fans, then really, it's just up to you and them. It's your own community. And I think the beautiful thing about the NFT world is community is really, 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 like it's all about community. And if you think about it, it's kind of the blockchain is kind of like based like that too, about the power of togetherness, So, and that also brings me back to why it feels like a sort of a renaissance for artists.
Okay. Community comes up a lot as one of the core principles, definitely required. What risks do you see associated with communities becoming like cults? Now, you already have arguably cults for artists or musicians, but cults for currencies or tokens is a whole nother realm.
Right. Yes. I think that at the end of the day, what really separates a community from a cult, I think the negative aspect. A cult would have you do negative things to yourself or to whoever it is, or violent things and stuff like that, right? Is that what we're talking? And the community is just a bunch of people supporting each other or are big fans of an artist or an individual. But as long as that individual is just, is an artist and displaying their art, I don't see any wrong with it. I don't know. In terms of coins, I think it's better. You know, it's freer. The world is going, hopefully, to a more liberated structure of not just the U.S. dollar and things are dependent in, you know, one establishment, but there's also financial freedom. Obviously, anything in the world could have a negative effect. So there's nothing that, even if you drink water too much, you can die. So
Everything in moderation.
everything in moderation and everything in its right, you know, balance.
Yeah, and another thing I often see is this idea of the democratization of art. You know, like you say, artists are now able to sell their work directly as NFTs. But often I see the ones making the most money are the ones that are already established artists.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. And you know, you also see these giants that now are going into the NFT world. If you think about it, right now NFTs is kind of like a picture or something that you can look at. But the future NFT release is something that you can wear, right? Like you like change your skin, have some shoes out. For example, I was at a store the other day. I saw the most beautiful Gucci glasses, right? And then I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. Why the hell would I buy this if it doesn't have an NFT? Like, I want to be able one day, if I paid so much money for a Gucci glasses, to have my avatar wear it and be swaggy here and there, you know? So the big companies are starting to realize that too. The big clothing companies, the movie companies. Spider-Man is just dropping their own NFTs on wax. So the giants are starting to realize that, and they're coming in the game. So it's definitely, you know, they have more power, and they have more leverage because they already have an audience, a cult built. But it still doesn't take away from small artists, I feel, opportunity, becoming well-known and breaking through. And I think the name of the game is originality. People want to see original work. They want to collect things. And that's it. I'm talking so much.